welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Cece and you're watching CCTV. If you're a new subscriber, welcome. I'm so happy you're here, and if you're back, what's up? Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I do my embroidery, but I'm just kind of showing you guys something I like to do in my me time when I have me time. Since I have me time right now, we are going to be doing this picture, and I know it's like, let's see, we'll be doing this picture on the canvas. Woohoo! I'll just take you step through step of how to do it. I'm gonna teach you how to put the thread in the needle. I lost my needle. There it is. Put the thread in the needle, how to loop it, how to embroider, and I'll show you the finishing product. So with that being said, let's get to it. So first things first, what you want to do, first you want to choose the canvas size. My friend Leslie, she wanted a medium-sized canvas, so I went ahead and picked those up from Walmart, but you get them from Michael's, Walmart, anywhere you can find them, Target. The next thing you want to do is choose what your background wants to be. You want to do your background first. So she decided that she wanted the gray background, and also choose your thread. She wanted pink thread. So I have those all right here. But there are so many colors you can choose from. You can do a different design. I've done one where just like the corners had a color and then the middle was the design. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my painting real quick. Let it dry. I'm gonna do 2 coats of it just to make sure it looks good. We're gonna do 2 coats, and then we'll get into how to thread the needle, thread the thread through the needle. Okay, so like you really don't have to squirt it on the camera. Oh, this is going so fast. Okay, so make sure you get all the white on there. Like this paint be lying. It's a quick drying, and I mean it took a couple of like minutes. And when I think quick drying, I'm thinking like a few seconds. You feel me? So yeah, make sure you get all the corners. Make sure no white is showing. Let it dry. While we wait for that to dry, I figured I'd tell you this like little story that happened a couple of months ago. So me and my boyfriend, we love sushi. So we went to Sushi King, and we walk in, and I was like, yeah, I can have a table for 2, and the lady's like, oh sure. And we're walking, and she seats us at the table, and she's like,
you're older than 12, right?
I'm 25. And she was like, oh. And I was like so offended in the moment, right? I was like I'm 25 years old. Why would she ask that? Maybe it's the pigtails. I had like 2 buns on top. I was like, maybe it's my buns and stuff. And I was like, why would I be with you? I'm 12. My boyfriend was like, maybe she thinks we're brother and sister. No. But then I thought to myself a couple days later, I was like, dang, I should have been like, yeah, I'm 12. Because 12-year-olds eat cheaper. How much I pay today? $10. Less than $10? $5.99. Bet. I could have been saving money, living better. You feel me? So it's just like, yeah, comment down below like any funny stories you have at restaurants. Once that dries, you want to just make sure that your picture is I tape mine to the board, and I think I said it earlier to make sure you print it out. You don't have to print it out, but depending on the size of your canvas, it might be better to print out. That way you can kind of size it to how you want it to be, because the tracing, you know, you can only trace what the computer shows unless you freehand it. But I'm not, you know, I would mess this up. The next step I'm going to do is I'm just going to poke with my needle. Poke my needle through. I'll start like right at the tape. Just poke it through, and that's all I'm going to do. You can make the sections a little, like, you don't have to put them right next to each other. Just so that when you do get to the lips, the nose, the eye, and the eyebrow, it will be not as jumbled. And you kind of have to be creative about it, because honestly, you're gonna have to think about ways so that it still turns out great. But I'll show you guys like how to backtrack when I get to that point. But this is all I'm gonna do right now. Okay, so y'all just gonna poke the holes like I'm showing you right here. I'm gonna say this, when we start threading, the eyes, the nose, and the mouth are the 3 hardest places because they're so little. So when I get there, I'll try to make sure like you guys can see it in detail. But on another note, do y'all watch 90 Day Fiance? Because that show just be having me rolling. Like, one girl was like, I just came over here for the money. And I was like, sis, like, what? But then, like, in reality, it was just like, the dude was like, I'm gonna give you money. And I was like, I mean, it's your fault. So you guys can see the hole. It should look just like that. And then I always keep my picture right there because you might get lost trying to find, because it kind of just looks like I just poked holes through it like for no reason. So you can kind of see the outline, but just in case you get lost, keep your picture next to you. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure your thread is nicely cut, kind of like mine is. You can't really see, but it is nicely cut. Then what you do, you get the inwood if you want to. You're gonna put it between your pointer and thumb, and then you pull it down so then you can't see it. And you'll put the needle right over top, like so, and you'll pull it through, just like that. And you can always get a needle that has a bigger hole. Mine just does not. Alright, so you're gonna cut it right where you want it. Make sure they're pretty evenly cut. This is pretty long. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just take the ending part where I just cut and just make a knot. Perfect. Alright, so what you'll do first, you'll start in the back. And you start at wherever you want to start. I'm gonna start at the bottom hole down there. Go through. And you just want to make sure that nothing's bunched up. You want to make sure it's all nice in the back. So you want it to look just like that. Perfect. You're gonna go to the next hole from your first hole. So I'm gonna stick mine in the second hole here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but yeah, there. Stick that through. Same thing as I did on. That's the first hole. So the next step you're gonna do, you're gonna take the needle, and from where you inserted on the thread on the first loop, you're gonna take the needle and just make a loop so that you have basically like locked it off. So basically here what you're gonna do is take the needle through where the first insertion is and thread the needle through that thread, if that makes sense. And then you'll go back through the second hole, making sure everything is still nice and even. Perfect. It can look like that, that's fine. And then you move on to the third hole. So I'm gonna see as far as I can get, and then if need be, I'll go back through the tutorial again. Okay, y'all, so was it just me, or when did my boyfriend come in the room, it kind of scared y'all? Because that scared, I was like, oh my god, who is coming? Someone gonna come and get me. But I don't know, y'all, I'm crazy. So yeah, so I'm threading right here. I will say, when you do get to like your smaller sections, like if you have an outline picture and you have like mouth and a nose and eyes and eyebrow, those are going to be your hardest part. So just take your time in doing that. Backtrack if you need to. If you need to backtrack, just take your needle pretty much back the way that you came. So you're going to go back through the hole you just came out of, and do it that way. I also sometimes, if it gets a little crazy, just cut the thread and restart. Like, don't play no games. Like, you just gonna frustrate yourself. Um, this part right here is a long consuming process. I feel like this took me 40 minutes, but honestly, this was my second canvas because y'all, the first one I showed my boyfriend and he was like, "Oh, what is it?" And I was like, "It's a face." And he was like, "Oh, okay." And I'm just like, dang, he don't even know what it is. So I definitely scrapped that one and restarted the next day because I was like, I'm not gonna give her this janky ass little, no, this thing gotta be popping, it gotta be fire. So I restarted it for my girl. But I'm gonna go ahead and kind of skip to like where you can kind of see the outline, and then I'll show you the finishing product. Okay, so y'all can see that I am at the nose. I already did the eyes and the eyebrows. I honestly had to take a break and I was like, babe, does this look good? And he's like, yeah. I was like, okay, great, because I definitely messed that eye up, but it's fine. Um, you'll see me at some point tie it off and restart it. So if you need to like slow down the video, think you can do that. So down the video, do that so you can see that nicely. So yeah, I really hope you guys like enjoy this, and I hope you guys get out there to get, you know, do this yourself. It's a really cool way of art. I actually saw it on TikTok. And then I was like, you know what, let me try this. But that's what it looks like. Yeah, and I love it. If you want, you can jazz it up, as I say, with some jewels, with extra patterns on there. I have like these neon paints that are pretty cool. So yeah, try it out. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn my post notifications. And remember, let me show my face. Remember to be you, do what you like, and be humble, be blessed. Peace. Alright guys, I ended up jazzing it up, as I say, for my girl. So this is kind of the finishing project, and I'm truly obsessed with it. I wanted to add the jewels just to give it a little like texture. So it just, I feel like it just makes it pop even more. Yeah. If you guys like this look, try it out. Again, Pinterest for the design, and this just came from the mind. So yeah.